pushing for change. Accused abuser Larry Nassar says he can't get a fair trial, so he's asking the judge to do something about it. Rod?
As if flying weren't difficult and complicated enough, now the FAA is coming up with some new rules making it even more difficult on these people.
Still feels like summer, but a big change is on the way. The local forecaster's tracking when it starts to feel like fall.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
We begin tonight with the newest twist in the case of accused child abuser Larry Nassar. The former MSU and U.S. gymnastics doctor has filed a request for change of venue.
Jermont Terry is live with the story and the reason why. Jermont?
Jason, Nassar has 3 criminal charges pending in 3 different courtrooms, and now his defense team argues that they cannot get a fair trial here in the state of Michigan. Now, this comes after gold medalist McKayla Maroney came forward this week claiming she too is a victim of Nassar. Former MSU and the U.S. Olympic doctor Larry Nassar already entered a guilty plea for the child porn charges he faces on the federal level. As he awaits sentencing in this case, one of his many sexual assault cases is also playing out in Ingham County. But Nassar's defense team claims the sexual assault cases should hold off, and they're claiming there's no way the disgraced doctor can get a fair shot, especially after the media coverage and online buzz from his accusers, including 2012 gold medalist McKayla Maroney. Maroney took to Twitter this week saying she too was violated by Nassar. She writes, "Dr. Nassar told me that I was receiving medically necessary treatment. It started when I was 13 years old at one of my first national team training camps in Texas, and it didn't end until I left the sport." More than 100 women are suing Nassar. Many of the women claim they were assaulted by Nassar while training for gymnastics. Nassar's defense team now wants his case moved out of Michigan to even the chances of finding an unbiased jury. Prosecutors argue it's nothing more than a delay tactic. Nassar's case adds to the ongoing conversation about speaking up against sexual abuse and harassment. The hashtag #MeToo has celebrities speaking out. Maroney, who's now 21, added in her post, "Is it possible to put an end to this type of abuse? Is it possible for survivors to speak out without putting careers and dreams in jeopardy? I hope so. Our silence has given the wrong people power for too long, and it's time that we take our power back. It's never too late to speak up." Now, included in Nassar's defense team's motion was more than 10 requests, including time to go over nearly 50,000 pages of documents. So many women have come forward, so many agencies have investigated. That's how much paperwork they have. Now, if convicted on the sexual assault claims, Nassar could face life in prison. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont. Jason.
Shock at the Ford Woodhaven stamping plant today as an employee took his own life. Police say 21-year-old Jacoby Hennings was a part-time employee at the plant. He was behaving erratically at his job station and was taken off the floor by a superior. Employees say managers tried to calm him down. That's when he pulled a gun and shot himself. The plant was evacuated as panic set in for employees. We spoke to one by phone as it was all playing out.
Torn up right now. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm shaking. My chest is hurting. I just want to be home with my family right now, to tell you the truth. That's the only thing that's going through my mind, is being home with my family.
Grief counselors were brought on site today, and production was canceled for the day.
Technology is meant to make our lives easier and more convenient, but for all the help the lithium-ion battery provides, it can be very dangerous on an airplane, and that has the FAA talking about another ban, this time on laptops in checked luggage. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is live out at Metro Airport with a look at the problem. Rod?
Yeah, Kimberly, you understand this as well as anybody. I mean, most of us who have and use a laptop really can't do without them, and they go where we go, except now it's likely that you will not be able to put this in a checked bag in the undercarriage of a plane if the FAA has anything to say about it. If this burning suitcase doesn't get a frequent flyer's attention, nothing will. We're not talking terrorism here, it's safety, pure and simple. This video is from the FAA test center where they placed a laptop near toiletries and the aerosol spray can blew up. It's the lithium-ion battery at the center of the problem, and it's brought down a couple of UPS jets and also a JetBlue plane in Grand Rapids just this past May. Out at Metro Airport, this was not news to network engineer Gil Mayron.
The luggage claim isn't pressurized, and the chemicals that make up the battery can become unstable. Lithium-ion batteries especially shouldn't be put in the undercarriage of the plane.
Automotive salesperson Kalinda Chappell wouldn't dream of checking a laptop, but for a different reason.
Just because the way the bags are thrown around, in the plane, you always carry the laptop, with you.
Still, the new rules will likely make an already difficult task even more so.
It's just one more thing to remember before you leave in the morning or whenever you're going out for your flight.
But considering what's happened and could happen to your plane, Lisa Brush says it's all really learning curve.
It's just like when we first got cell phones and we, are we not allowed to drive with cell phones? Are we not allowed to text as we drive? Are we not allowed to, And so we're making sense of it, and hopefully we're prototyping and learning about it.
Now, this ban is really only a proposal right now, but the FAA is talking to an international flight agency to try and come up with a global ban and do it very quickly. Kimberly, back to you.
And Rod, what more can you tell us about that Grand Rapids flight?
Well, it was May 31st. They were flying from New York to San Francisco. They were 35,000 feet, and it was a phone. Actually, it was a battery on a charger in a carry-on bag that started smoldering. Flight attendant grabbed that, threw it into a metal trash can, threw it in the bathroom, and slammed the door shut. They landed the plane, and everybody got away safely, but it certainly did get everybody's attention.
All right, we'll see how this proposal all shakes out. Rod, we appreciate it.
Tonight, several teens are in custody in connection with a deadly rock-throwing incident on I-75 in Genesee County. 32-year-old Kenneth White was a passenger when one of the rocks smashed through the windshield. He was hit in the head and died at the hospital. 4 other vehicles were hit by rocks that night. Today, police shut down the freeway to investigate further. They won't say how the teens were found or how many were arrested.
The smoke has cleared at the scene of a transformer explosion in downtown Detroit. This was the scene this evening at the corner of Lafayette and Washington. DTE crews immediately began repairs. There were no injuries. Parents at Walled Lake Central High School were notified today about a gun that was brought to school, but it wasn't brought by a student. A driver's ed instructor was carrying a concealed pistol. The school and sheriff's deputies questioned him and confiscated the weapon. The instructor is a CPL holder. He was removed from campus and will not return. The school says there's no reason to believe he used the weapon to put students in harm's way. We have a Local 4 update on a story we first brought you at 6. The Woodhaven Warriors, who thought their season was cut short, will now be able to play all of their scheduled games.
Executive members said they were going to pull the team from the Downriver Football League following an incident at a game. Parents and kids were upset about that, especially since the team was undefeated and the kids put in so much work. But tonight, during a closed-door meeting with parents, team leaders changed their mind.
We're still in the league. We're going to continue and show up tomorrow, and we're going to win.
He's confident. The coach says they never actually filed the paperwork to leave the league, so they will play on as scheduled. Michigan State University's increased security efforts are underway for homecoming weekend. Fans will notice a stepped-up police presence at events starting this weekend. The move comes in the wake of violence both domestically and abroad. One of the new rules in effect is a no-bag policy for all indoor athletic facilities. The new policy not only impacts sporting events, but also concerts and other special events. For the next 10 days, the Ambassador Bridge will be the only way to drive between Detroit and Windsor. The Detroit-Windsor Tunnel closed tonight for a renovation project. It won't reopen until October 30th.
Well, it turns out your mind isn't playing tricks on you. There is something shady about the thermostat in your hotel room.
I knew it. A quick-thinking bus driver makes an unexpected stop. How she saved the day for this little boy.
Welcome to Friday night, everyone. I'm meteorologist Andrew Humphrey. Getting cooler out there, quite a range of temperatures. Chillier 40s in Port Huron, 48, but 60 milder degrees in Monroe. Where do temperatures go from here? Next chance of showers? How warm this weekend? I've got the answers coming up in your weather forecast.
A local woman turned a simple idea into big business, and she says you can do it too. The story coming up.
Let the debate.
She dared to dream, and now this local mom is turning her simple idea into big business.
Our Sandra Ali shares this woman's secrets to success and her advice for others who want to follow in her footsteps.
How many times have you seen a product and thought, why didn't I come up with that? One local woman is finally realizing her dream of becoming an entrepreneur, and she says with a simple plan, you can do it too.
So every time a kid would walk by and they maybe put one on, I'd get just a flock of moms and grandmas and parents hanging around my booth and going, what is that? That's so cool.
That's when Karen Benici says she first knew she had come up with a winning idea.
I wanted to create a superhero blanket and a cape combo. I wanted them to wrap themselves up in this belief system that they are superheroes. And the idea of tying it all up in a cape is a great thing.
In the fall of 2012, Karen started sewing what's now become the Super Blankie, a blanket and a cape rolled into one.
Super Blankie has a patented sleeve system, and it becomes a wearable cape without a neckband. You slip your arms into the sleeves and they look just like pockets, but this opening is from the side, not from the top.
First, she tested it on her nieces and nephews, then started bringing the Super Blankie to trade shows.
In the fall of 2012, I'd begun to sew them, I began my patent process, and then I put them into the marketplace by doing handmade craft shows.
After a few tweaks and revisions, Karen's invention caught on.
I always dabbled in a couple other business possibilities here or there, and just little things I would try, but I knew this one was maybe my golden ticket.
Something special indeed. Karen's Super Blankie is now adding up to big business. 250,000 of Karen's Super Blankies are headed for Target stores across the country November 4th.
It's huge and it's exciting, but it is something that I've always believed in. I always knew I'd get here. I didn't know when and I didn't know how exactly, so it took a long time to kind of do the how.
So when Karen is asked to give advice to other entrepreneurs,
but here's what I think I've learned more than anything is to stand in a solid belief and stand solid in it. I feel very powerful and very strong that I stuck with it and saw my vision. Learn what you're good at, know what you're not good at, hire the right people, work with smart people. I work with lots of people that are much smarter than I am. So they have helped me to get to where this is headed. And that's one very valuable lesson I've learned.
Karen says it wasn't easy, but she also says persistence pays off. By the way, the blankets are retailing for $19.99 at Target stores. You can find them there starting the first week of November. Back to you.
She needs to be wearing one of those superhero capes. She's a smart cookie.
She sure is. Those kids are having a good time. That looks just like me when I was 10 years old. I would have worn one of those until they fell off. The stitching
You'd
fell
wear
off.
one now, tell the truth.
Maybe. Could be.
Here's a look at what Defender Kevin Dietz is working on for Monday night.
Classified documents unsealed, and only the defenders have them. What the FBI found out in its investigation into the death of David Stojewski inside the Macomb County Jail. Deputies told the FBI they begged the medical staff to help Stojewski, but they got the impression the medical staff thought he was faking. Will the findings finally bring justice to the family?
There must be change, and there must be justice for everyone.
Has it brought change at the Macomb County Jail, where in-custody deaths are still sky high? The defenders investigate Monday at 11.
All right, we'll look forward to that, and looking forward to this weekend weather.
Oh yeah, we got sunshine coming back, some higher temperatures as well. It'll feel like springtime, maybe even early summer with temperatures in the 70s again.
Sold.
Yeah, you got that. You got that right. We've got temperatures tonight that will fall into the cool to chilly range. Nice, beautiful night out there right now with temperatures in the low 50s in the metro zone overnight, down to around 50 to 53 degrees here in the city of Detroit, southern Oakland, southern Macomb County, while it'll be in the 40s elsewhere. Not too bad at all. Looking good as we look at downtown Detroit. Look at Detroit all aglow. Love to see that. Look at the pink lights out there for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Real men wearing pink, everyone wearing pink, with temperatures that are in the 50s right now. 59 degrees over at Metro Airport with a nice wind out of the south. Let's take a look at the tropics once again. Not in the Atlantic, this is the Pacific Ocean. And take a look at this, a typhoon. Same thing as a hurricane, this is Typhoon Lan, with winds of 155 miles per hour, a Category 5 storm. It will weaken as it moves farther to the north, but it could be a threat to Japan over the weekend, something you can track on the local forecasters app, weather page of clickondetroit.com, and we'll be talking about this weekend as well on both Saturday and Sunday. As you can see, closer to home, East Lansing, big football game. Michigan State taking on Indiana. Temperatures well into the 70s over in East Lansing at Spartan Stadium with 77 degrees at kickoff. Remember, kickoff is at 3:30 p.m. and temps around 70 degrees by the end of the game. Now, it's cooler out there now with temperatures in the 40s and 50s currently. 48 for our friends over in Port Huron, while it's 55 in Ferndale, 51 in Pinckney, 47 in some of those chillier valleys around Ann Arbor. But it warms up nicely tomorrow. How warm? Well, guess what? We can expect temperatures like this, middle, even upper 70s. Those were the high temperatures in Chicago, 78, 78 also in Minneapolis, while we had 72 right here in Detroit. While high pressure remains overhead, nice, stable, sinking air means that we'll see mostly sunny skies, and winds will be out of the south going around that area of high pressure, bringing in some of those higher temps for both tomorrow and for Sunday. So temperatures well into the 70s, 75 or even more. Notice there's a cold front farther west. It does make its appearance here, but not until the end of our weekend, by late Sunday into early Monday. So for tonight, temperatures down to 51 degrees here in town, clear and crisp, and we're looking at temperatures in the 40s in the suburbs. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 7:43. And a great night tonight to turn into an astronomer, because you can look at the Orion meteor shower shortly after midnight and during the wee hours of your Saturday morning. Take the kids along outside too and do it safely. We're looking at 75 degrees for tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning on Local 4 News Today. Temperatures will start off in the 50s but end up with 75 in the afternoon. Mostly sunny skies. Great weather also on Sunday, a high of 76. And enjoy this warm weather while you can, because those showers enter the picture early on Monday, a high only of 67 in the afternoon. And notice much more fall-like for the beginning of the week, 60s and then 50s, but then back into the low 60s by next Friday with some sunshine.
You okay with that?
Winter is coming is all I can hear. That's all I hear.
Well, think this weekend and think spring, because it will feel like it.
All right. We're back on a Friday night with traffic cameras. They often help us navigate around accidents and slowdowns, right? Well, this camera helps tell the story of a wanted man taken down by police.
He's not a regular rider, but that didn't stop this bus driver from making an unscheduled stop. Why she's now being considered a hero. Next.
Northville police are increasing patrols around the old Northville Psychiatric Hospital. It's because Halloween is right around the corner, and, well, they expect an increase in trespassing by ghost hunters and thrill seekers. I know, crazy, but they've already made about 400 trespassing arrests this year. Anybody caught could face up to 90 days in jail.
Westland police are investigating a stranger danger incident near Hamilton Elementary School. Police say a man tried to lure a young girl to his car. He's described as being in his 30s with a beard, a scar under his left eye, and a full arm of tattoos.
A small plane landed in a field in White Lake Township this afternoon. The pilot reported some engine trouble near the Oakland County International Airport. The plane landed safely and nobody was hurt.
Video shows the moment a bus driver in Milwaukee finds a small child wandering alone in the street. She spotted the 5-year-old on her morning route barefoot and without a jacket. She scooped him up, brought him on board, and called police. The little boy has been reunited with his family. It's not clear, though, how he wandered off or whether his parents will face charges.
Police arrest a man in Minnesota following a wild foot chase that happened to get picked up by a traffic camera. It originally began as a car chase after the man refused to pull over. He then bailed out of his car and, well, there you go. He's running for it. Video shows him going through a busy intersection there. Hot on his tail are the police. He goes into a parking lot, ran around in some circles and dodged in between cars before police were finally able to catch him.
If you've ever been to a hotel and adjusted the thermostat in the room and then it was still too hot or too cold, it's not just you. An investigation by the Wall Street Journal found that hotel guests actually have very little control over temperature. Many systems rely on movement sensors, so if you leave the room or are a very sound sleeper, they shut off. There's been so much talk about this online that some people are sharing bypass codes to take back temperature control. So apparently you can Google it and go in there and finagle it. Yeah.
We will not be outsmarted, hotel people. Oh no.
Stay with us. Bernie is up next with sports.